Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally here, Mario Kart World for the Switch 2. And by finally here, I mean it's finally time to take out that second mortgage and stand in line at your local game store and pay full price for a $500 reskin of the original Switch. So while you stand in line, join me as I try to spend less than an hour creating a poster for the brand new. That's maybe a bit dramatic, but I wanted to see if I'd be able to create an original poster. But because I'm a procrastinator, I gave myself a limited amount of time. So like any good Nintendo shill, I'd like to go and do their bidding and create a poster for everyone's favorite kart racing plumber and spend just as much energy as Nintendo's creative team did making this game. As you can see, I'm going to start off with some basic Mario-esque assets? Whatever, you know what I'm saying. A Mario with his chums and some crap on the road, like shells and the such. And well, that's Mario Kart in a nutshell, isn't it? Am I right? Definitely worth the price. Definitely. Not coping. Anyway, to make this guy sink into the world, I'm going to need to add some shadows. And not only him, but this turtle with spikes and this green friend. And everything will get a bit of blur, just to give it some motion. After realizing this road is surrounded by trees, I gave myself the impossible task of covering the road in shade, with light peeking through the trees, and casting light on the road. It honestly seemed a lot better and a lot easier to do in my head, where I spent about 70% of the time, and I'm struggling to make it blend into the cartoony look of the Mario-verse. But really I'm just going to warp an actual road, and maybe add a filter, and maybe some adjustment layers and see what looks right. And because nothing says I'm going super fast in a game, like lights or streaky lights, I pull out the old brush and create some blue streaks to make Mario appear like he's a speedy boy. So just grabbing a soft brush, flipping around some lines, tilting, turning, and placing on the tires. And here simply just work smarter, not harder, and just flip the asset you made, and well, nobody's gonna know. And why not add another shell, because, you know, stuff on the road. After making these streaks glow, I move to exposure layer, and add some shadows and highlights to each of the characters, just to make them blend into their backgrounds a bit better. And well, anime motion lines. After realizing those lines are extremely dumb, I deleted them, never to be seen again. Just like the majority of my art. But now I'll add some highlights and shadows to everybody else. The green dinosaur here, just kidding, I know his name is Yoshi, gets some sun on his nose and on his eyebrows and a little bit on his butt. Leaving some shadow on his cheeks next to the motorcycle. And now we definitely gotta throw in this random asset here that I found. I think it's a firework, but it looks like Bowser's rubbing up against the rail here. I don't know, it looks kind of cool. Or maybe I'm just being lazy. Who knows? And golly gee is he moving fast. And with these lines right here, Speed Racer, rest his soul, is blushing. Just using this warp tool here, warp tool? No, the warp tool to make this squiggly line look a bit crazier. And because I realize this shell blends into the background way too much, I add some smoke. Just using an adjustment layer to take away the smoke that I don't want. Both to show how super fast he's going and just to separate it from the background. And well, that's done. Maybe a bit less effort than making a Mario game, but you decide. Thank you so much for watching. Later.